Federal judges across the country are worried about a surge of legal challenges stemming from President Donald Trump's mass deportation campaign, with some courts declaring emergencies as they grapple with a flood of immigration cases. U.S. District Judge Clay Land in Georgia declared an administrative judicial emergency in a recent order, citing the Trump administration's refusal to provide bond hearings to immigrants despite court rulings rejecting mandatory detention. The administration, however, secured a significant legal victory when a federal appeals court upheld its policy of detaining certain immigrants without bond, intensifying a broader clash between the executive branch and the judiciary. At the center of the dispute is a reversal of prior practice. Under Trump's policy, immigrants with no criminal record can face mandatory detention without bond hearings, a marked shift from previous administrations, which generally allowed such individuals to request bond while their immigration cases moved forward. The policy change has triggered thousands of habeas corpus petitions in federal courts nationwide, overwhelming dockets and prompting warnings from judges about mounting administrative strain. In Minnesota, U.S. District Chief Judge Patrick Schiltz said the court received more than 400 habeas petitions in January alone, noting officials made no provision for dealing with the hundreds of habeas petitions and other lawsuits that were sure to result. Schiltz, a Republican appointee of President George W. Bush, also wrote in a separate order that the government had failed to comply with numerous court decisions granting relief to individuals arrested during Operation Metro Surge. In New York, U.S. District Judge Arun Subramanian said his court had been flooded with petitions from immigrants who posed no flight risk or danger but were being held indefinitely. Immigration attorneys have argued the Trump administration is disregarding a November ruling by U.S. District Judge Sunshine Sykes in California, who found the mandatory detention policy unlawful and later expanded her order nationwide. Still, a 2-1 decision by a panel of the Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the detention policy, countering multiple lower court rulings and underscoring the deepening legal battle over the scope of immigration enforcement and judicial authority.